What was your didn't see that coming moment? Comment your answer below. Before we start, be sure to like and subscribe to be the first to know about new videos. I ran into a lamppost while trying to catch a frisbee. It's okay, you're still a good boy. Finding my wife's Reddit posts confessing to sleeping with her boss. That was a doozy. I was microwaving my bowl of honey bunches of oats with milk in the microwave and the oats caught on fire. I have so many questions. A baby took a bleep on a pile of apples in a store. I wish I was kidding. I had an art instructor who was reviewing an art student's portfolio. The student literally printed copies of the instructor's own artwork and put in his portfolio. He pretended to feign intense interest in those pieces in particular and asked him all sorts of technical questions about techniques used and tools and materials until the student finally broke. I was driving at night, pitch black, turned left and got hit by a truck without its headlights on. Literally didn't see it coming. So, this happened last week. This guy was in our class playing with his younger brother that looks to be about 8 years old and goes to our school. This other dude that was sitting at a desk beside him shouted at him something that was supposed to be an insult. Those two often do that and get into fights. I wasn't listening. And what did he do? Ignore him? Yell something back? Maybe slap him? No. He took his bleep brother and swung him in order to hit the dude. The whole class stopped and just looked at each other like, for real. My dad leaving. The only thing your daddy gave you is issues. Was seeing a girl, things were starting to feel pretty serious. Until I asked her to go to a festival, and she told me she already was going there on a double date. I just cut contact after that. Was having dinner with my friend's family and his grandma was there, and she just dropped dead. The nerve of some people. I put a chunk of butter into a pan, which promptly caught fire. Ex got engaged to his girlfriend of 1 year. We are separated for a little over 1 year. Same here. I had an ex that married her new guy 4 months after she broke our engagement. Some might have said they rushed into it, but they'd been together for a year already, so. I went to a regional academics contest yesterday and got 35th place overall, but I got 16th in chemistry for answering 3 questions. Was in a coffee shop in Cambridge, Massachusetts once before a major academic conference on international relations at Harvard. Saw a guy walk in, covered in paint, wearing old clothes, and reeking of sweat. Fast forward a few hours and the same dude is on stage as one of the panelists. I approached him afterwards and apparently his shower was broken and he spent most of the morning fixing it. My ex-best friend was so mad I was getting married before her she practically ran to the altar right after I got married with some rando she barely knew. I wasn't invited to the wedding, either. Which was fine with me, honestly. It's like she couldn't stand that I had something she didn't. My friends cutting ties with me while I was being a good friend to them. A friend of mine marrying an ex-girlfriend. Funny thing is that I totally saw it coming when he married another of my ex-girlfriends after he divorced the first. You have been visited by Sad Cat. Like this video and subscribe to the channel to make Sad Cat happy again. My oldest brother had brought a lot of his boyfriends to our house when I was younger. I always knew he was gay and that was fine. Then one time he brought his new girlfriend to dinner and 11-year-old me was shook. Yesterday, worked a quiet 12-hour shift training a new person. A half hour before we clock out, the sky turns green and we get a goddamn tornado warning. We could see the rain spinning in circles outside. It lasted about 10 minutes, flooded a bunch of roads, and some nearby areas had hailstorms that broke car windows and whatnot, but we made it out safe. After 10 minutes, the sun came through and it was like nothing ever happened. Pretty surreal. When my GF called me at the usual time to play some games, but instead of playing games she said she is pregnant. When she's still pregnant on April 2nd. 2018 Gucci Gang. Okay, things can't get weirder than this. 2019 I got horses in the back. When a car hit me while cycling, I didn't see it coming. First time I ever played golf, I got a hole-in-one on a par 3. I'm not a golf savant or anything. Rest of the day was pretty much pray and spray. That hole-in-one was a series of incredibly lucky bounces as well. My best friend in high school was the most chill guy on the planet. Passed school but didn't particularly shine, friends with everyone, life of the party, could talk to anyone about anything. 2 years after graduating high school and he tells me he's going to join the Marines. Trump actually becoming president. Not me, but a duck. I was driving around some hills on my way to a friend's house. The road was 55 but as usual I'm going 60 to 65 and I turn this corner and there's a duck in the middle of my lane. His back was turned to me as he was walking and I couldn't do anything about it, so I sped up to ensure immediate death. Poor guy didn't see it coming. The ending of this story I didn't see coming. Lol, I was talking to this guy for months and things were going great until he ghosted me for a couple of weeks. He re-emerged with a wife. I simply asked him why didn't he just tell me and he blocked me on everything, smiley face, oh well. My high school crush came out as a lesbian the day before I wanted to ask her out. She was my best friend as well. I was at a friend's house when I saw the family cat being chased by a rat. It was hilarious. I woke up one morning because my brother came into my room to tell me my mom had just left that morning to move to another country to run away from my emotionally abusive father. Getting hit in the face by a snowball thrown from the backyard, over the house, into the front yard. A person I didn't even know walked up and slapped me for no reason. And one of my friend's friends who didn't even like me very much went after this bleep about it. Apparently this girl was playing a game. The bottle that knocked my teeth out. I was at my first grade and I was running in the forest with my friends and I accidentally ran into a tree. It did hurt a lot. So today I was in class and one of the teachers started joking with my friend and was like, "Oh, do you like the guy on the right? Or maybe the left?" And then boom, he asks her if she likes me, a girl, and I was standing there like, got hit in the head with a baseball once. I have 4 ferrets, one of them likes to climb the cage to go upstairs. I ignored it and thought it would go away. The next day she disappeared from the play area. I went upstairs to find her and she was on the side of the washing machine lol. When I got hit by a truck in front of a Safeway. One time me and another friend spent 2 hours in a fiery political debate, just for him to reveal he actually had no opinion and only did that to argue with me. One of my ex-best friends liked this guy I was seeing, so pretended to be me and broke up with him, then went and created a new account and they started dating lol. It's not that crazy, but, woman shrugging. I was riding my bike to work and there was a guy riding about 20 feet in front of me. I guess he wasn't looking where he was going or something, because he crashed right into a garbage can at full speed. In 3rd grade I was on my bus when the principal came onto the bus. A 4th grader tossed his book bag out the window of the bus and took off. Apparently he had a pocket knife in his bag and the principal was looking for him. When the Avengers lost to Thanos. My ex staying mad at me all day for something I did in her dream. There's a reason she's my ex. I was playing football and walked to get a drink and got hit in the back of the head when my friend threw it. Didn't see it coming. When a guy made a joke so bad and bland he got angry for nobody laughing. My worst student scored a 148 on an IQ test. A well-liked co-worker that was an excellent at his job went into his supervisor's office for an annual review. The guy came out with tears streaming down his cheeks, having just been told that his job was being eliminated and that there was no other position available for him, an outcome no one would have thought possible.